are people who start off humbly, often facing setbacks and challenges, but who continue on with simple vision and a lot of passion. To do this, one needs to be resilient. The word resilience contains within it the ability to imagine beyond what one is capable of, despite your current circumstances, and then acquiring resources to guide, inspire, and eventually realize these ideas. Though people might come from diverse backgrounds and cultures and beliefs, drive and determination are what sets an individual apart from their peers. Resiliency, therefore, is the act of bouncing back from one's struggles. That despite your life circumstances, you use your current experiences to catalyze your future. Reflecting on my own childhood, it's not hard to remember the days of cyberbullying that plagued my elementary school years. However, having gone through that period of despair in my life, I now use these experiences as a launching pad to change the unfortunate realities of other people. Now, using my past experiences as a catalyst for change, I spearheaded HOPE, also known as the Humanitarian Organization for Providing Empowerment, which uses the unique concept of interpersonal humanitarianism to meet individuals where they are in life. What started as a simple high school mission, however, slowly turned into a movement, as I recently was able to speak at WeDay 2014 and share HOPE's story with millions of individuals around the world. Now, the reason why I'm standing here today is because I believe that this is the perfect platform to challenge students to rethink their perspective on charity work and humanitarianism. How might empowerment play a role in creating long-lasting change? And how do we intersect our lives with the lives of people so vastly different than ourselves? These are just some of the questions that have inspired HOPE's journey, and we hope that by sharing our story here today, we will empower some of you to do the same. At HOPE, we believe in local and global partnerships, which shifts the attention away from what benefactors can be giving and what victims can be receiving, but rather by sharing stories and intertwining our lives at precious intersections, we begin to take on their perspective and thus develop empathy. Empathy, I might add, comes before enlightenment. When we're able to truly listen to others, we create a space where change becomes possible, a safe space where individuals are able to share and positively influence others and in turn be influenced themselves. And I really believe that this is the key to what HOPE does. Let me illustrate with a story. This is Dominic. When we first met a year ago, Dom was an alcoholic with nowhere to go, spending his nights in the streets or in shelters. And I never expected to see Dominic again. But when I passed by East Hastings on another of our Warmth of Winter initiatives, I saw a familiar face, not huddled in an alcove, but laughing with friends. Fast forward to today, Dom is sober and has enrolled back into a trades program in Lake Country. What surprised me most, however, was not that Dom remembered all the details of our conversation nearly a year ago, but the fact that he was encouraged that I took an hour out of my weekend to spend and chat with him. Now to me, that hour, while significant, was not a huge sacrifice on my part. However, Dom didn't see it that way. To Dom and a lot of the people in the downtown east side of Vancouver, poverty is prevalent. And as we all know, it's a big issue. However, what Dom was talking about probably isn't the poverty that you're all thinking about right now. Yes, while there's a lack of food and shelter and housing and clothes, and that these are all matters that need to be addressed, emotional poverty is something that is often unheard of and therefore not properly acknowledged. Dominic said that oftentimes groups go into the downtown east side and give food baskets or blankets, but at the end of the day, what he needed was someone to talk to. Thus, when I saw Dominic on another Warmth of Winter initiative, it was a beautiful moment to reconnect with an old friend and to celebrate together the transformation that took place in his life. And though we go downtown every year with care packages to give out, it is always my heart that ends up being filled with stories, with laughter, and with individuals that make up this community. Therefore, effective leadership is more than our ability to do, but our ability to change perspectives and build others up as leaders. And with this in mind, I have always strived to understand the context in which people are coming from, their backgrounds, their passions, and their motivations. As human beings, we all desire to find belonging, an environment where we feel that our voices are heard and where our opinions matter. In seeking first to build an interpersonal connection with the individuals and groups that I work with, I can ensure that these needs are met. And this is where I stand as a leader, that it is who I am, so much more so than what I do, that matters most. Because at the end of the day, we must win hearts to open minds. And this is Hope's story. We didn't start out as anything more than a group of tenacious high schoolers, but what eventually set this group apart was our dedication to meaningful, sustainable solutions. We hope that the projects that we engage in will make a difference in the lives of people who matter, that our events will make a mark in the world for those who are disadvantaged, oppressed, and ignored. As an organization, our hope is that in the long run, we will be able to empower those communities. History makers inspire other history makers. We don't really care whether our own story will make history, but what we do care about are the people who come after us. Students, just like yourselves, who will also realize that you have the potential to make history in the lives of those around you. So my closing message to you is this: to go and make history. It might not be anything big and you may not change the world, but aim to make history in the life of at least one person. A person just like Dominic. Thank you very much.